Welcome to the channel behind the HOA walls. HOA stories. If you enjoy these crazy neighborhood stories, make sure to hit subscribe and join us for more. You know those moments in life when everything is perfectly ordinary and then something completely unexpected happens that flips everything on its head? The kind of situation where you're just minding your own business, thinking everything's fine, and then suddenly, bam, you're stuck in the middle of a ridiculous showdown. Well, this is one of those stories. And trust me, it's a good one. It all started like any other day. I was coming home after a long, exhausting shift. A regular day at work. Nothing out of the ordinary. The kind of day where you're just itching to get home, throw your feet up, and kick back with a cold drink. You know the feeling, right? But as I turned into my driveway, there it was, right in front of my car. A big, hulking SUV, parked right in the middle of my driveway, blocking me, stopping me from getting into my own home. I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of person who likes my personal space. My driveway is my space. It's my small piece of peace after a long day. So, as soon as I saw that SUV sitting there, I felt the frustration bubbling up inside me. Was I really going to have to deal with this right now? I decided to keep my cool for a minute. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe they just didn't realize the driveway was blocked. I walked up to my neighbor's door and knocked, hoping for a simple, quick resolution. Little did I know, I was about to meet someone who would make this whole situation a lot more complicated. She opened the door with this smug little look on her face, clipboard in hand like she was about to lecture me on the rules of the neighborhood. She didn't even say hello or sorry for the inconvenience. Nope, she went straight into it. Karen, excuse me, are you the owner of this house? You really should move your car. It's blocking someone else's driveway. It's against the HOA rules. Great. Of course. The HOA, Karen. Just my luck. I was taken aback. I had just gotten home. This was my driveway. I lived here. But instead of blowing up, I decided to stay cool. I told her, politely, that the driveway was mine and that it was my car blocking it. My car, that is. She didn't take my word for it. No. Instead of apologizing for the mistake, she just stared at me with that smug look of hers and said, "Get this, are you sure that's your car?" At this point, I could feel my blood starting to boil. She was questioning my ownership of my own car. How could someone be so condescending, so sure of themselves about something they knew nothing about? But here's where things started to take a turn. You see, I wasn't just any regular person who'd been parked there by accident. Oh no, I wasn't just some random guy. I wasn't going to back down so easily. And when she questioned me like that, when she assumed I didn't belong here, that's when I decided to show her just exactly who she was dealing with. As I backed the car up, I could see her eyes narrow, like she was trying to figure out what was going on. And then I did it. I moved the car just enough so she could see it clearly. I wanted her to see it, to really see it. That's when it clicked. Karen's smug face froze, and I could see the realization spread across her face. The car wasn't just any old junker. It was an expensive, high-end luxury vehicle. The kind of car that said, "I've worked hard for this." Her expression completely changed. She looked from the car to me, back to the car, as if trying to process what had just happened. For a moment, she was speechless. And that was the turning point. You see, Karen didn't know who she was dealing with. She didn't know that I wasn't some average Joe who couldn't afford a nice car. She didn't know that I had worked my butt off to get to where I am today. At that moment, I could see her mental gears turning. I could see her scrambling to save face. But it was too late. She'd already made her assumptions. And now, she was faced with the consequences. I didn't need to say anything at first. I didn't need to rub it in. All I did was give her one last look before walking back toward my front door. She didn't say another word. She didn't apologize or even try to make excuses. She just stood there, and I kept walking, because at that moment, I didn't need to do anything else. I had won. Maybe Karen learned a lesson that day. Maybe she realized that assuming things about people based on their appearances or what they drive wasn't the best idea. But, to be honest, I wasn't concerned with her. I was just glad that I had stood my ground. By the time I sat down on my porch, I felt a sense of peace wash over me. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't frustrated. I had handled it the best way possible. I had kept my cool, shown Karen that I wasn't going to be bullied, and now I could enjoy the rest of my evening. And the best part? I didn't have to say a single word after that. I let her stew in her own assumptions while I got to relax in my own home. So, what do you think? Have you ever had a Karen moment?